Bereas.
Yeah, Bereas, which is sort of up in the mountains. We've just been climbing like crazy. Yeah. But today we're going a lot further than that, we hope. So we're going to do a lot of driving today, but it's beautiful driving and like...
It's pretty cool, all the plants that are kind of new to us, like all the coffee. I mean, we saw a little bit in Mexico, but
yeah,
now there's so much.
Coffee, there's banana trees everywhere.
Yeah.
Still occasional corn, that's just a constant. I think corn just grows everywhere from like the desert of Phoenix to the mountains of Guatemala. But yeah, coffee's now, I'd say, the main crop we've seen.
We were headed to the little mountain town of Bereas, which we were told was full of land cruisers, and we were not disappointed. It was actually pretty mind-blowing how many land cruisers could be found in one little town. I hung out the window taking pictures as we drove through. We saw all of these as we passed through town on the main road, no turning around or taking side streets. I also finally saw a dog eating a chicken, which I thought was also worthy of a picture.
Trying to get some video of toucans. Yes, I'm half asleep. We had a long day yesterday trying to make miles and get over here. And actually we were supposed to. There's no schedule, but a buddy who's helping us out on like what to do this week and where to go was saying we probably want to get to this one spot, and we're like halfway there. So we've decided to give up on all schedules and just go back to what we do and just kind of explore. It's too cool to pass by. Here, check this out. This is, I mean, there's the truck, there's Goose. There's this beautiful river, like out of nowhere. And the water, this entire river comes out of this cave. Crazy, right? I mean, just one of these National Geographic type things. And I guess we're in the rainy season, so that's why it is brown. Normally it's clear like what you saw the cenotes. So, yeah, pretty cool. There you go.
Again.
This would be the 5th time we have had to change the rear bushings. And by the way, thank you to all of you who have offered to send us some better bushings. We were finally able to get a hold of some when we came back to the States for Overland Expo. Unfortunately, that meant waiting another month or so from this change.
We're on a boat.
We're on a boat. We are currently floating.
Filling up our propane. We found a place outside of Flores in Guatemala, and this is the first time that we're filling up, but it is still pretty full, so we've been doing pretty good even though we're cooking all the time.
We were headed for the Petén, a jungle filled with ancient ruins. But first we stopped in a touristy town called Flores for lunch, before we headed to the ruins. We camped basically at the entry to Tikal and set our alarm so we would be there as the park opened. This was my first time sleeping in a true jungle. Check out the sounds of the night. The howler monkeys sound like monsters.
Good morning. We are up early to enter into Tikal, the park, at 6 a.m. bright and early, as soon as we can get in. We didn't do the sunset tours. We heard it wasn't really worth it.
Yeah, you can't really see the sun, so I'm glad we didn't pay for that.
Yeah. So anyways, we're excited to see what we see today. It is so cool. There's no one else, at least that I can see, that's here. So we have it all to ourselves, this huge, huge area. And although we're walking on decks that were made, it's still really neat to be up here and see the view. Like, look at that. So cool. It's a bit humid and sweaty walking around here. cool to think that we drove here. I mean, not we walked to the temples, but we drove here. We're in Guatemala at Tikal. There's monkeys in the trees right there. So mind-blowing sometimes to stop and think we're really here. So cool.
I can't believe it. There's monkeys.
There's monkeys.
Alright, I've got the less good camera, the shaky one, staying on top of a ruin, and there's a monkey right over there. It's hard to tell with the zoom, but that's within rock throwing distance. Not advocating throwing rocks at monkeys, I just mean in the camera it seems further away than it really is, but he's just right there hanging out. This is one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
Alright, we're leaving Tikal. I'm exhausted right now because it was an early morning and we haven't slept a lot in the last couple days.
Humidity.
Yeah, very sweaty and sticky. But it was really cool to walk around there. The monkey, I think, was probably our highlight, actually.
Yeah, I mean, the temples are amazing. And then when you see how much they redo them, as soon as it's been a couple of years and there's moss on it, you go, oh, that's all original.
Yeah.
And then you see one being redone and you go, oh, okay, that's what it looks like. Almost rubble. Not quite, but almost rubble.
Yeah, well, it's crazy because, I mean, when you see one that you go, okay, that's a hill, there's something underneath there, but there's giant trees growing on top of it. So you know all the roots are going in there and just like...
ripping it to pieces.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's pretty rough when they uncover them.
It's completely worth seeing, though. I mean, it's amazing.
So cool.
It's such a big complex, too. I wish I had recorded how many miles we walked, because it was definitely miles, not just, you know, a little bit. But then the monkey was, for me, the highlight.
Yeah, it was really cool to see. And then it was worth camping nearby to get there really early in the morning because there was a big group behind us, but we never really saw them, and we had the main like big area of temples was all to ourselves for probably a good 20 minutes of just
so we didn't
sitting
pay
around
for the sunrise, but you know, it's interesting. One other reviewer said, oh, it was all foggy anyways, and I was like, yeah, maybe they just had a bad day. We didn't pay for it anyways, but we woke up at 6. It was barely enough light to do photos and videos. So we're really glad we didn't spend more money and do that. But as soon as we saw the monkeys, my mind is still lost there. I'm not even thinking about the rest of it because so these monkeys were running around and we're videoing them like you would do or whatever. And then we go and see this temple, and then I can hear monkeys traversing through the trees, kind of off, from 150 yards away, something like that. And they're getting closer. And then I'm up on this pyramid, and then I climb right to the top of the pyramid, and then there he is, the same spider monkey from over there has kind of like hopped along gone from limb to limb, swung all the way over, and he's just sitting there looking at us, or looking at me at the time. And then I told her, you got to get up here and see this, and we just sat there cross-legged staring at him. It just was as cool as it can get for me. So yeah, I'm happy. I'm very tired, but happy.
Join us next time as we creep deeper into the Peten.
Be careful. Be careful, Tim.
I am.
You're Indiana Jones?
Now I get it.
Standing on a ruin. Monkeys. Ruin. Monkeys.